Alright, well folks, welcome to another episode of Rob's West Virginia Bass Fishing. And this evening I'm doing a little bit of something different. I just got off work a little bit ago, just got home and don't really have time to go fishing today. But I had a viewer here a few videos back ask me about my tackle storage system that I use when I'm fishing off the bank and I'm not in my boat. And so I thought I'd address that in this video now. Because he said that, you know, while I'm fishing off the bank in my videos, he never sees me carrying any tackle. It's just my rods. So here's what I have. This monstrosity right here, this 32-inch rolling duffel bag, and it is slam full of stuff with everything I own. Like, for example, this little box here is full of everything that I use when I'm fishing at the creek at my house. You know, and as I get these boxes out here, after I got them all out, I'll show everybody what's in them. But like, for example, here is my box of square bills right here. And then these top pockets is where I keep tools and stuff, like my pliers and everything. Go ahead and open it up. This box has hooks in it, sinkers and O-rings for wacky rigging. Here's my lipless crankbait box. And it's got mostly red-eye shads in it, but there's still a few rattle traps left. In this BASS bag here, I carry all my spinner baits. And I'll show some of them here in a little bit. There's some of my spinner bait collection. This other BASS bag is got soft plastics in it. Here's my Jig Box. I don't have very many, but and then there's some trailers in it. Like I said, I'll go through these boxes one by one here in a minute and show you all what's in them. Here is my Swimbait Box. This box is full of jerkbaits. This box here is full of medium depth running crankbaits. I don't have a whole lot, like I said. This box here has got my bladed jigs in it. I've only got 3, and there's a buzz bait in here. But I got all these extra skirts and stuff that I can make whatever I need when I'm out there. This box here has got all my top waters in it. This box here has some buzz baits. And this box here is full of deep divers. Well, it ain't full. I've only got a few. I've lost a lot and ain't been able to replace them. But that's pretty much my system that I use for when I'm fishing off the bank. And as soon as I get everything situated, I'll show you everyone what's actually in all these boxes. Alright, well, here's my top water box. As you can see here, I got a couple Whopper ploppers here, my Strike King Sexy Dog, along with two of my KVD frogs. I got a Booyah Pad Crasher Junior here, Sexy Dog Junior, a jointed Rapala, Head and Torpedo, and a Rebel Pop R. This compartment's got a KVD Splash and a couple Strike King Spitting Kings. This compartment here, I got a couple of 2 or 3 black jitterbugs. I like to use them at night. Of course, this is the case that my umbrella rig came in, and so this is pretty much it for my top waters. That's all I got. Set that off to the side there, and here we have my lipless crankbait box. There's all my red-eye shads in this side, in this half mostly. Here I got a couple rattle traps. Here's a few rattle traps. Some rattle traps in these 2 compartments in this one. But by and large, that's all red-eye shads. So that's it for my lipless crankbaits. Right here is about my favorite box that I own. This is all my square bills. These are pretty much all Strike King KVD square bills. Except for this box here, there's a Rebel one and a couple bombers in that one. And then in this compartment here are my 3 mans 1 minuses that I've had since like 1991. So, and there's my Prodigy Baits square bill, green Phantom Crawl. But basically, the majority of this box is KVD 1.5s and 2.5s. All my square bills. And then in this box here, this is my bladed jig box mainly. There's a few other things in here. I got my favorite buzz bait, my toad buzz. It's got a Rage swimmer on it. Here's another Rage swimmer on a Tour Grade, Strike King Tour Grade underspin. And here's all my skirts. I can make pretty much any color combination I want when I'm out there, because my only bladed jigs are this Rage blade here, the chartreuse and white one. Got a green pumpkin there, and a bluegill colored one. So that's pretty much it for that box. Let's see, which box is this? Okay, this is my jerkbait box. Got some rogues here, couple of X-wraps. This compartment here and here are KVD jerkbaits. I got a couple more rogues here, an old Rebel minnow here. Here, this big bait here is an XPS Bass Pro Shops bait that I found one day while I was fishing. And then I got 3 Rapala ripstops right here. Here's a couple of jointed swim baits. These are Strike King Sexy Swimmers. And then here in this compartment is a couple of Lucky Craft live pointers. So that's it for my jerkbait box. Here are the rest of my buzz baits in this box. Nothing special here. There's a Strike King Buzz King, Bleeding Elite with a Zulu on it, and another red and black Bleeding Elite. I don't have that many buzz baits, but what few I have work pretty good. Here's another crankbait box, mostly Strike King. A couple Series 3s, KVD flat sides, 1.5s. Let's see, yeah, that's a Series 3. Another Series 3. Couple of Rapala X-Wrap shads. There's a few bombers. A couple of shad wraps. And that's pretty much it for that box. And in this box we have my deep divers. I don't have very many, of course. Right here is a Strike King Series 4. That's not really a deep diver, but I keep it with my deep divers. And then these two compartments have my Strike King 6XDs, a 5XD, and here's two more 5XDs here, and that's all I have. I've lost a few and haven't been able to replace them. Here's my Jig Box. Not a whole lot in here. Mostly finesse jigs and trailers. It's pretty much all that's in there. Here's my Swimbait Box. My Storm Wild Eye Live bluegills, and there's a couple of crappie ones. Strike King Shadowlicious, a few young money minnows, some zoom flukes. There's a swimming fluke and a regular fluke. A couple of more flukes I got rigged up. That's pretty much all for that. And this Bassmasters bag's got mainly soft plastics in it. Rage swimmers and Shadowliciouses. See, there's some Rage toads. There's some more Rage swimmers. There's some other stuff in there. Not real organized, but I can find everything eventually. And most of my soft plastics are down in this bag here. Mostly Rage stuff. There's some Rage crawls and more Rage crawls. And all my worms and lizards tubes are all down in there. Here's my hook box. Hook and jig head box. There's my tour grade shaky heads. And my soft plastic hooks. In this box here is most of my little small stuff that I use here at the creek in my house. There's some rooster tails and spinners, Rebel Weed Frog, Strike King Bitsy Minnow. Most of my other Bitsy Minnows are tied on rods. There's my Rebel Weed Crawls, and a couple little crankbaits, a couple little jigs. Not a whole lot in there, but... And my last box is terminal tackle sinkers. It's Carolina rig stuff, O-rings for wacky rigging, and Texas rig sinkers. And that's pretty much all I got. And then this Bassmaster bag is where I keep all my spinner baits. I try to keep them all in Ziploc bags. This is the only storage system I really have for these. Here I got a few of my favorite ones laid out. This one, these two with the chartreuse and white willow blades, and this one with the red kicker blade. I really like that red kicker blade in muddy water. And then this one here with the Indiana blades and the motor oil skirt. Those four baits, my friend Darren Elder, who runs Ketchum Lures out of St. Albans, West Virginia, he made these, and I bought them from him back in January at the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show. And then this bait here is one that I made. That used to be a Strike King Red Eye Special until I put that Indiana blade and this hammered Colorado blade on it. And I caught a 17-inch bass on that one back in January. But yeah, these are my spinner baits. Like I said, mostly Strike King, but then I got a few favorites that my friends made me. Like this one here. This is one of my best ones. Darren's son Reed Elder made this one for me, and I caught a 5-pound 9-ounce bass on it a couple years ago. And so yeah, this is my spinnerbait system, and the last component of my lure storage system. So yeah, I really need to get all these things put back in the bags, but I'm not very organized, but I can find everything when I need it. So yeah, this is the last of everything I carry in that big tackle bag. Oh well, folks, there you have it. That's my tackle storage system that I use when I'm fishing off the bank and I'm not in my boat. Of course, when I'm in my boat here, my Nitro 180 TF, I've got plenty of storage for all that stuff. You never even see it, but when I'm fishing off the bank, you can bet I've got this tackle bag sitting somewhere close by where I'm fishing. Usually what I do is when I'm fishing off the bank, I leave this sit at some central location where it's easy to get to, and I don't want to get out of sight of it. So that's what I use when I'm fishing off the bank. So I hope y'all like this video. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it maybe if you'd give it a like, subscribe to it, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. And I thank everybody for watching, and I'll try to get out and get another video done soon. Hopefully I can start catching some fish. I haven't caught a bass since Thanksgiving, so I'm kind of struggling. So I thought I'd go ahead and do this evening. So I hope y'all like it. And